Hey, what's up everybody? I just got done working on a pretty crazy project for the last 12 weeks. So me and my wife decided that we are gonna go on a road trip, and we left today. We left from Omaha, Nebraska, and we're going to Denver. We're going to Denver for a week, and then we're not really sure exactly the plan after that, but we're gonna be gone for a little bit over a month. And we know we wanna go up into like Wyoming, Montana, kind of the Pacific Northwest. But my goal is along this journey as we're going and vacationing, I want to be making a lot more YouTube videos and putting out a lot more content for you guys. So you guys will be seeing a lot more from me, and I'm just excited to start getting you guys a lot more information when it comes to advertising. A lot of the stuff that I talk about has to do with insurance, but a lot of it can be related to any type of small business. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today's video, we're going to be talking about getting Google search ads to work for your business, whether that be a small business, a service type business, or an insurance, like an individual insurance agent or an insurance agency. So there's two different types of advertising. There's search advertising, and then there's interruption advertising. So search advertising has been around forever, like since hundreds of years ago. The original form of search advertising was the yellow pages, right? You needed a service done, you needed to search for somebody or something to sell you something or do a service for you, and so you would go to the yellow pages and you would search for them. And then the modern type of search advertising is Google. You go to Google and you search for whatever you're looking for, whoever you're looking for, and then ads show up to you. Now there's also organic results, which are great as well, but today we're focusing on those little ads that show up when you go to Google and you search for certain keywords. The other type of advertising, which we'll focus in later in different videos, is interruption advertising, which is actually my favorite because when people are searching, there's only a limited amount of people, so you can't really get the extensive volumes that you want. So a lot of times you have to implement interruption advertising, and the very first form of interruption advertising was TV. It was actually a watch commercial. But nowadays there's much more prevalent types of interruption advertising rather than just TV commercials, and that's Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, where you interrupt people and what they're doing, and then you try to grab their attention and convince them to do whatever you want them to do, whether it's book an appointment or buy something from you, right? And that's actually my favorite because it allows you as the business owner to convey a message just a lot better, and you're not limited to only people searching for certain keywords. But today's video focuses on Google search ads and how we've gotten them to work for our clients. And like I said, I'm going to focus in on insurance agents and insurance agencies, but if you're a different type of business owner, that's completely fine. The same principles will work for you. So when it comes to people searching on Google for certain things, a typical type of lead form landing page doesn't work, right? People don't want to search for cheap insurance and then find something they click on and then end up on a page where it's just a landing page and it's just like enter your information for a quote. That just doesn't tend to work for us when it comes to Google search advertising. So what we've seen work the best is creating content relevant to the keywords that are being searched. So for example, for insurance, there's several different types of insurance that are typically being searched by the consumer. And one example of that is final expense, although typically the consumers don't type in final expense, they type in burial insurance and things like that. Otherwise, there's Medicare, which is another great place that people will usually search Google for, but people don't want to search Google because they're confused on Medicare and then hit a landing page. So as I was saying, the very best thing that we've seen is creating articles and blogs that are very content relevant to the types of keywords being searched. So how we've implemented this in our clients' business is we get them started with paid advertising, and when we start out with paid advertising, we start with my favorite type, which I said is Facebook ads and YouTube ads. And once we get that working, then we'll have the business owners start, or even for myself as a business owner, for my clients, what we'll have them do is we'll have them start going through and researching. There's several different tools, and I can link some of them in the descriptions to figure out what's being searched the most and what's the most prevalent. Actually, I'll just make another video on that later this week. So it'll be how to figure out what's being searched the most. That way you can figure out what content to make and what to title it, what to make it about, because you don't want to make articles and things that aren't going to be read, that aren't being searched, that people don't want. You don't want to make content about stuff that nobody wants to read. You want to make it hyper relevant content to what people are searching. That way when they show up and if you run an ad to it, it's what people want. You get higher click-through rates and Google rewards you with better costs and better prices. So we'll have them go through and make articles based on what's getting the highest search volume. This is after they've already gotten their paid media in place. And then from there, we'll run Google Ads to them using Google Ads. And Google Ads is really, really simple, the actual platform. So if you guys have ever just tried it, you've probably figured it out. Or if you've ever run a Facebook ad, Google search is probably gonna be pretty easy to you. Natively, it's a really easy platform to just get started on. But a lot of times people can't get it to work because, like I said, they're not using the right content. So one important thing that you'll learn from watching all of my videos is that I truly believe that 95% of advertising success comes with where you actually send your traffic to. It's not the buttons and levers that you're pushing or pulling inside of these various different advertising platforms. Although I can show you what's most optimal, what really drives the results and the success of advertising is the words you're using in the ads or in the videos and the ads, the actual scripts, but even more important than that, the words and content that are actually on the landing page or where you're sending the traffic to. That's very, very important, and it differs based on what ad source you're using, which is the whole point of this video. You can't just use a typical landing page or lead form landing page or just a normal funnel for Google search ads. It just doesn't work. It's not what people that are searching on Google want to find, right? So one of the very, very best types of articles that seem to work really well are top 5 tips or top 10 tips. So for some direct actionable things for you guys to do, if you're to the point where you want to start trying Google search ads, the very first thing I would have you do is go make a few blogs and content that are maybe like the top 5 tips to understanding Medicare or the top 5 ways to pay for your funeral. That is going to be what is going to get somebody's attention when they're searching these different keywords, and that's what's going to make your keywords work really well. The other thing inside of Google that helps your campaigns become more profitable is getting a really good exclusion list of words and keywords that aren't profitable. We can get into all of this in further videos, but I just wanted to give you a nice rundown of what seems to be working as far as the content that needs to be made for Google search ads so that you guys can start implementing that. And then in later videos, we'll get into how to figure out what keywords and how to actually get in the platform. But like I said, that part's really easy. So to wrap this up, when it comes to Google search ads, whether you're an insurance agent, an insurance agency, you're trying to bring in leads, if you're any sort of small business, whatever it is, understand that people actually searching on Google, they want to read articles. They're on Google to do their own research and make their own decision, and they don't want to just put in their information in order to then get a sales call, right? They want information. They want to kind of weigh the options themselves. And then at the bottom of these articles, you have a call to action that then directs them into a place where they can get a quote or a funnel that will get them into a place where they can book an appointment with you. And that's where we start to see really good conversions because they've gotten the research from an article that you've written, and then now you're the authority source because they read an article written by you, and from there they can then go ahead and opt in and the sale becomes easy. But yes, that's exactly how we've seen Google search ads working the best for our clients so far. It starts with the content. The content is the most important. You have to have something that the people searching on Google are actually looking for. All right, guys, and like I said, at least for the next month, I'm really looking to up the amount of videos I'm making and content that I'm putting out. So if this is the type of content that you're looking for, that's awesome. If you're looking for different type of content, more screen share videos or things like that, please drop that in the comments so I know to make videos that you guys actually want to be watching. And as always, make sure that you subscribe and please like the video. It really helps me out. And if you haven't already, grab the free cheat sheet I have for you guys. It's called Facebook Ads in 2020. It's a complete guide. It's completely for free. It teaches you, it's a really, really, really good starting point for getting into paid advertising and how to go through Facebook and how to get Facebook started for you as a business owner, insurance agent, insurance agency, whatever you are. And then also don't forget to join the free Facebook group, which is called Insurance Lead Eagles. We may be changing the name of that, but as of right now, it's still called Insurance Lead Eagles. All right, guys. See you on the next one.